A professional advisor believes that the federal government is not doing enough in terms of having cohesive plans and following them to drive private sector participation. The group managing director at AfriInvest, Chioke, was speaking on our Business Morning program today.
What we have is a mix, like you say, a mixed bag of things coming out, and there's my sort of basic understanding is I'm slightly confused where we're headed, because the people that should be doing monetary policy are also straying into fiscal policy. And meanwhile, there's not quite enough coming from the federal government in terms of a cohesive plan. The last plan they put out there, if you recall, the Economic Recovery and Growth Plan, is a nice piece of paper, but not much has been done about it. And I think for the economy and for the private sector participation in general, you need the government to sort of follow their plan, and that allows you as a business to then project yourself as to what you want to do. And if that plan includes a direct ban on 43 items from being imported, then we know those are banned. If that plan includes closing the border, then we know that border is closed, and we then need to know how to work around it. But if you close your border for a period of time and then you extend it for another 2 months or so, or 3 months, it doesn't give confidence because investors don't know whether they should build a factory or not, because there are implications. If I build it now, if I plan to start building in 2020 and at the end of the year you reopen the border, what happens to my business? So there's a lot of confusing signals out there.
Economists have described the finance bill presented to the National Assembly by President Buhari as an important fiscal stimulus for businesses. A partner and West Africa tax leader at PricewaterhouseCoopers, Nigeria, Taiwo Yedele, who was also speaking on our Business Morning program, says the new bill expected to be passed alongside the new budget before the year end has immediate and long-term benefits.
We expect that the finance bill should go along with the budget. Maybe, if not in November, at most in December. The plan will be for this finance bill to become an act and become effective by 1st of January 2020. In terms of the benefit should immediately start accruing to Nigeria and Nigerians. For example, you have the provision there that if you run a small business, and your turnover in a year, that your sales is less than 25 million, you pay 0 company income tax, which is very good. Nobody is talking about that. If your business is a little bit, larger than that, and you make more than 25 million revenue, but up to 100 million, instead of the 30% you pay before, it's now 20% that you pay. And in fact, if you file your returns on time with the tax authorities, you get a bonus for filing your returns. You get like 2% of the taxes back as a medium-sized company. You also have provisions there. I know everybody has been talking about stamp duties on electronic transfer, POS, So now the good news is that 50 naira will no longer apply on 1,000. It will apply now only when the transaction is up to 10,000 naira or more. So this protects a lot of poor and vulnerable people and also encourage financial inclusion that we're trying to promote. So those are immediate benefits you see immediately. I think even from 1st of January 2020.